It's AWF Saturday Night Slam here on 45. I am DJ Draper alongside Tony DiNucci. Once again, I don't know why I do this to myself. The paycheck just isn't even that good, but let's talk about the action coming your way into your living rooms. This evening we have none other than the Bulldog, Sammy Savard, going one-on-one with someone who I can't stand about as equally as you, the live wire Johnny Parks.
Yeah, Johnny Parks, I'll tell you what, he's got no quit in him. He won't fall down for anybody. He won't lay down for anybody. And I think I'm going to give it to Johnny on this one.
Oh, unbiased analysis, of course, from Tony DiNucci. I can't even believe it. And then championship gold in our TV main event as we have Arya Davari challenging once again for the Elite Division Championship. And that champion is the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knight.
Now there's a match that's going to be a good one. That could go either way. They both have tenacity. They both don't quit. They both have maneuvers. They both are good wrestlers. Who knows what could happen in that one? Evenly
matched contest, two big matches coming your way. It's 45. It's AWF Saturday Night Slam.
Not bigger, just better.
It's 45's AWF Saturday Night Slam here with Tony DiNucci. I am DJ Draper. Again, a struggle here to be sitting right next to someone I despise so deeply, someone I have no personal nor professional respect for, but nonetheless, we have a job to do here with the AWF, and there's the Mako Shark himself, Johnny Parks, getting in there with the Bulldog, Sammy Savard.
Not only sitting next to, but your favorite guy is in the ring right now, Johnny Parks.
My least favorite competitor, perhaps, on the active American Wrestling Federation roster, taking on one of my favorites, a real ruthless competitor in the Bulldog, Sammy Savard. Look at him just chew on that top rope strand. He means business, if anyone does. Sammy Savard does. Not sure how Savard knows how to react to the crowd, however. Collar and elbow tie-up right in the middle of the ring. And Savard, rather easily.
That surprised me a little bit.
Pushing Johnny Parks to the canvas. Parks calling for a handful of hair. I think he's full of it. Here we go, another collar and elbow tie-up. That time.
That he got him back.
That time Parks with the upper hand, and Sammy Savard a bit off of his game. We've seen these two competitors against one another in the AWF previously. I'd have to say each competitor has won about half the matches. Different competitors, but evenly matched wrestlers here on Saturday Night Slam. And again, here we go. Parks with the Bulldog. Off the ropes he comes. Parks sends him in for the ride. Big shoulder tackle from Sammy Savard.
That really does surprise me because the physicality of the two, I would put Parks up every time when it comes to the push.
I would have to say, though, that Sammy Savard has that low center of gravity, really able to just dig his heels in there and had the upper hand that time. Both competitors now in a, looks like a bit of a psychological game.
I got to be honest with you, I think it's kind of an even standoff as we're looking right now.
I have to agree with you. Here we go, competitors circling. Side headlock applied by Johnny Parks. Great fundamental wrestling here.
Push off
with the
here.
AWF.
Drop down. Another drop down.
Here we go, and that
stiff tackle. Now that's a tackle.
That is exactly the type.
He took him out of his boots.
He did. Sammy Savard needs to get his head back in the game here. Big arm drag by Johnny Parks, now in control.
There we go. The momentum is in his favor.
Patrick Cooper down to ask if Sammy Savard wants to call it a night. I don't think there's a snowball's chance of that occurring.
No, there's no quit. There's no quit in Savard.
Armbar applied. Both competitors feeling one another out early on. Not a lot of flash from either competitor. Heck, you don't really see flash too often from Sammy Savard, but not even seeing it from Johnny Parks.
No, they're all about the ground game right now. They're all about the technician end of the game right now. A lot of folks don't want to see that end of it, but it's about the W's, not about the losers. They want to win.
Good point there. Now we see a nice counter hold applied by the Bulldog. Sammy Savard using whatever means necessary. Fighting, scratching, clawing, getting the job done in the ring. That is what Sammy the Bulldog Savard is about, and he's done that here in the American Wrestling Federation since he joined the group here. Since he joined this roster, just putting the boots now to Johnny Parks, who is now favoring that left arm.
See, right now, though, Savard's wasting time. He should be on him right away. Instead, he wants to go to the crowd. He wants to tell them what's up. Wrestle. You need to wrestle if you want to win the match.
Much like my paycheck, I have to disagree with you there, Tony. We see Savard. Oh, I was going to say he was just taking it to in a very methodical manner, but I think he might have waited a bit too long there. Now we see Parks back in control with this time Savard's left arm. Hey, look at that, look at that. Johnny Parks putting the teeth to Sammy Savard's hand like I would a double cheeseburger. Here, like that, I just made your joke for you, Danucci.
I like it, I like it.
Maybe you should,
you know what I was thinking? You're talking about the check. Your check would go a lot farther if you stopped taking it to Dairy Queen every other day.
I hope they're paying you a check for the free mention there. However, see a bit of a mandible claw there, perhaps, by Savard. Here we go with that knee to the midsection. Into the corner now, Parks fighting back. Parks winding up. That big bowling ball cranium going into the top turnbuckle. Reversal now by Parks. I'm sorry, by Savard, and Parks is the one who hits the deck. Savard getting back in the groove of things here with Johnny Parks, an unfortunate turn of events. And now I think Savard's just unhinged. This is the Sammy Savard we've come to know and love, or at least I've come to love anyway.
Is that a low blow, or am I seeing things?
It was to the midsection. Well,
below the belt, between the legs is to the midsection.
No, above the belt, it would be called the midsection. Lower than the rib cage, above the groin.
Put your sandwich down, you can see the ring.
I'm watching the contest very, very closely here, Tony.
Beautiful clothesline by Johnny Parks.
Parks.
Another elbow.
With that elbow, I think he's turned things around.
Another elbow.
Off the ropes there, Parks. Parks, a house of fire. Can he capitalize though, Tony? I don't know he can, and yeah. Just
another low blow.
What? Huh?
What is up with the referee? Is he not seeing these things?
What are you? The referee was watching everything. Here we go. Precarious position by the Bulldog, Sammy Savard, and he's going for a ride.
He went for a ride.
Johnny Parks now looking to capitalize, looking to make something happen. These fans here in Isanti firmly behind him.
He might have him here. Oh, Savard's fighting out of it. Savard's fighting out.
And into the referee, Patrick Cooper, maybe could use a nap. I think it's a good idea that he's just taking a breather right there.
Oh, come on. That's so blatant.
What do you mean? He hit his kneecap.
Yeah.
You're Italian. You know all about going after the kneecap. And the stunner right in the middle of the ring by Sammy Savard. Savard down for the cover. 1, 2, and that's gonna do it. Okay, you might disagree. with some of the tactics used there, but it all comes down to that W and that paycheck you get for having the winner's share of the purse. A great victory, a tremendous victory, in fact, from the Bulldog, Sammy Savard, Tony DiNucci.
I'm not going to tell you great victory, but yes, he got the W.
Oh, here we
will
go.
agree.
I think Johnny Parks is coming for a little more punishment here. Don't you think? What's Parks thinking? Another stunner for his efforts. I love it. Sammy Savard, not just victorious here on Saturday Night Slam, but he's just really sticking it to Johnny Parks. He's sticking it to Patrick Cooper. Savard unhinged here, but Savard victorious on 45.
If there's any question, the Bulldog is back in town.
DJ Draper back here with Tony DiNucci on 45 Saturday Night Slam, our TV main event, coming at you, championship match here. Oh, well, just a bit of foreshadowing we see here. Arya Davari holding high above his head that Elite Division Championship, currently right now belonging to the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knight.
He's going to have to do a lot more to get that belt than just grab it from the referee. We know that. Craven is one heck of an athlete, and he's wearing that belt for a reason.
I actually have to say I'm somewhat impressed by this part of your leadership here with the American Wrestling Federation, and that you're giving Arya Davari another opportunity to go after the Elite Championship after being on the losing end just a few weeks ago, getting another crack at things here, because you know, Tony DiNucci, that Arya Davari is championship material.
I will say I've been on the other end of that kick, but he is championship material, and he deserves a shot, and this is going to be a heck of a match. You go either way.
I think just 1 year ago we had here in Isanti, Minnesota, back when Arya Davari was the AWF heavyweight champion. These two competitors went for about 30 minutes, and Arya Davari just barely edged things out here. So an evenly matched contest here. A matter of experience might be at play here with Arya Davari having a little more of that. He's more of the ring general, but Craven Knight, a heck of an athlete here with that shoulder tackle right in the middle of the ring, jumps over the top, leapfrog by Arya Davari, puts on the brakes, back to a side headlock.
Back to the headlock, smart maneuver on the end of Sir Craven. He did real well there, smart move.
Nice fundamental wrestling. Craven Knight knows how to get things done in the ring. For someone who's just, well, he's not a rookie anymore. He has about 2 or 3 years here in professional wrestling, but for someone who doesn't have all of the experience as some of the other guys in the locker room too, he sure brings a lot to the table here in the AWF.
The thing I like about Craven, he's a guy that you're going to see do all the high spots, but he's also a guy that knows his ground game, and he has the ability to wear Arya Davari out. Look at that move.
Taking Arya Davari off his feet. Arya Davari didn't see that coming.
Right back to the headlock again. That's a smart man, the way he's working that match.
Absolutely right. Arya Davari at a bit of a deficit here early on. I would expect to see more from Arya Davari out of the gate. I don't know what this says about his chances as we go forward here in the contest.
I don't think that he's afraid of Craven. I think he might be slightly intimidated.
What are you talking about?
He might be slightly intimidated. Craven's an athlete.
You know, Tony DiNucci, what Arya Davari did to you. Don't think for a second that Arya Davari would ever be scared of anyone in this locker room. That's preposterous you would even suggest that.
I do remember what he did to me. We don't need to go there, but I do remember a little powder that was thrown in my face to blind me to take the super kick.
Excuses.
With the belt to my head.
Excuses, as we have Craven Knight down on the canvas. Arya Davari going to work on that left arm, just dropping the knee down. Craven Knight isn't going to be able to be on balance here after that, I believe. Arya Davari, perhaps the youngest ring general, the man who could actually wear that title of a ring general we've seen. Arya Davari at the age of 23 years old, having accomplished already so much in the sport of professional wrestling. Taking it to Craven Knight. Here we go.
I'm going to agree with you, DJ. Ari Davari, for a young guy, as young as he is, has done an abundance of things in the wrestling ring. I'm very impressed with his skill level, his talent, but what holds him back is himself. Ari Davari holds himself back.
What are you talking about? This man's won championship gold. Holds himself back.
If he would just calm himself down and check his ego at the door, he'd be a much better wrestler.
I do have to say, they're talking about that ego, a bit of a lackadaisical cover by Arya Davari. Did not hook the leg. I think a bit of a mind game perhaps, but here we go back. Arya Davari right to the back of Craven Knight, as we see Craven Knight now coming up to his feet. Irish whip now, far side, duck of the clothesline, and that high knee. That one of the competitors that Arya Davari looks up to, I know, Triple H right out of his.
He's beyond his competitor. He's wasting time. He's gloating. That's the attitude that hurts him.
I don't think that's, as we have a cover here from Arya Davari, this time hooking the ring. I don't think it's a matter of attitude, Tony. I think it's a matter of pacing. A wrestling match isn't a sprint necessarily. It can be more of a marathon, as we see Arya Davari with that snapmare right over into a submission hold now. A Cobra Clutch sleeper hold variation applied. Might Arya Davari be putting Craven Knight here to sleep?
He doesn't have it quite under the chin if you look. That's why Craven's getting it. He doesn't have it on the full lock. He's got some pressure, but it's not under the chin.
Backs him up into the corner, does Craven Knight, able to...
That's resilience. That young man has resilience.
That young man growing up on the mean streets, the Bronx, New York. Not a very gifted upbringing. Contrast that with Arya Davari growing up in a suburb here of Minneapolis. As he goes back to that Cobra Clutch, and I think he has him this time, Tony. I think he has him. I think he's going to put him right out.
He does have
right to sleep.
He does have the lock on. Let's see what Craven can pull out of his hat here. Let's see what he can do.
Craven Knight, I know, would never say the words "I quit," but at this point, I don't know if he'll have the choice, as he is just going out with his sleeper hold. Patrick Cooper needs to get down there and see if Craven Knight can continue the contest.
His hand's still up. He's still fighting. We'll see what happens here. It could be over.
Here we go. Is that two? I think that's two right there. Patrick Cooper. Oh, Patrick Cooper. I thought that hand went down 3 times. I thought Arya Davari should have won this, but Patrick Cooper deciding that Craven Knight can continue, and I guess he can continue as he's back up to his feet. Oh, look at that. Look at that athleticism.
Where did that come from?
Oh, my goodness. Craven.
Where did that come from?
I'm speechless. I'm speechless at the absolute athleticism and agility in this ring from Craven Knight, as both competitors on the canvas. Craven Knight, these fans, they're just behind Craven Knight for some reason. I think they should give Arya Davari more respect, but so much for that as Craven Knight looks to get back to his feet as Patrick Cooper is counting to 10. Big clothesline.
Here we go. Here we go. He's on fire.
Craven Knight shoots him off the ropes. Arn Anderson, spine buster, delivers right in the center of the ring, Tony DiNucci.
This might be all.
There we go, off the ropes. Knight for the cover, hook to the leg, 1, 2. And Craven Knight so very close to winning this contest.
You got to hand it to Ari Davari. Took everything he had, but he kicked out. He kicked out.
Absolutely right, and when you're in there with someone like Arya Davari, chances like that to finish the opponent don't come around too often.
Slim to none, slim to none.
Craven Knight going for the Knights out, and Arya Davari knew it was coming. Arya Davari wisely scouting his opponent, pushing him off, and Arya Davari.
What's he setting up for? Is he setting up for the big kick?
Here we go, the big super kick. But Knight spins him around. Knight with that power slam. Right in the middle of the ring. Cover, hook of the leg, 2. And Arya Davari kicks out at the count of 2. Oh my. Both of these competitors giving it everything they have. Knight back to his feet first. Knight with the advantage here. Craven Knight, our elite champion.
Craven's firing back, some good fisticuffs there.
Off the ropes is Craven Knight, and that elbow! That elbow caught him right in the nose. This is gonna do it. New champion right here. 2. And I think that was a slow count.
No, it wasn't a slow count. That's what you call resilience. I've told you before.
You know you
Craven
have.
doesn't lay down and he doesn't quit.
And here we go. Arya Davari with a super kick. But Craven rolls through. Craven, he hit the Knights out.
That's it.
In for the cover. 1, 2, and 3, and Craven Knight is your winner. What a victory here. What a match. Both of these guys so close to one another in ability and strength and in athleticism, but Craven Knight just has all the momentum going for him right now in the American Wrestling Federation. He is still your elite champion.
Man.